My YouTube channel. Thank you for to all of you, those of you who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for doing that. I really do appreciate that. Also, thank you for the comments and likes that are coming through, even though there are some that don't come through on this page, but there are people that send them to my inbox on my Facebook page. So yeah, thank you very much for those that feedback as well. So I also want to say thank you to those of you who haven't subscribed yet and they are going to subscribe as well, and or leave a comment and and like as well. I do just want to say this is remind everybody that these reads are general. The messages that come through are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they're not quite resonating or not at all, I do encourage checking out what your other signs are. So which is what I mean by this is for, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, okay? So, yeah, please do that, because it can give you a little bit more of an understanding or an overview about what is going on for you. I was going to say this upcoming month of August 2021, but when I started doing these videos last week for all the signs, it changed to full moon read. So now I know this Sunday, when I'm just finishing off the last lot, I did do a for yesterday, but so I don't know, something happened anyway. So anyway, I deleted all those and I'm going to start them again. So I'm going to start with you, Libra. Of course, I could just see it in and redo those. So there may be a bit of a redo or a updo or a update or something like that we're going on around you lately, and that's okay, because you know what, we can. So we're just going to go, where are we going? Just going to go, I feel like I want to shuffle these cards again. And just shift the energy as well. So there may be something that you're needing to shuffle around in your life in some way or form, just to either set the energy, reset the energy for some of you. Others of you, I'm hearing this is actually more about moving on from the reset and really shifting something and setting something, and because there's no I'm hearing this is really not about redoing anything or resetting anything, or being, even though you may be on, say, a path of or a goal of achieving something, but I feel like for you, for a lot of you, not all of you, and those of you who understand that it's not kind of resonating with you at the moment, because it's kind of like you keep something or resetting, redoing, or reviewing, and that's so sometimes we need to view it or set it from it, do something different to shift the energy, because there's something that is not shifting. So this is about you shifting your energy, shifting your thought patterns, shifting your perspective. There's two words again: perspective, or your perception about something that's going on in your life. So anyway, I wanted I just wanted to shuffle these cards again. So I'm gonna the readings are being done, and the cards, the way I'm drawing, are very different this time, and it's actually I want to put them this way around, because it's I don't normally do that. Yeah, see, look, there is this renewal here card that's come up. So when I do the reads, these in particular, these ones, this is for, like I say, the full moon energy that is we've just gone through, or we're still in it really. So the full moon, the 24th of July 2021 here in New Zealand is when it was when it's here, but the energy still continues on for about another week or two, typically. It's my understanding, and I do feel it, like that for me. But it's also, often people, and I know myself, can feel it, about 2-3 weeks beforehand. And it's so when I get to this part here where it's peaked, it's not always, it's shifted for me anyway. And it may be shifting for you as well. As well as, because this energy is shifting. So I'm hearing there's about 7, I'm hearing 7, but the other day I said actually 9 planets that are in alignment too at the moment. So things may be feeling like they're slowing down or coming to a halt, and it's a good time to actually stop and refocus or focus on where it is that you're wanting to or needing to go. So there may be a little bit of resistance or a little bit of change in there. When I say resistance or assistance, there is something there may be a little bit of a like a bit of a tweaking in the way that you're needing to do or requiring of you to do in order to get something moving, because I just feel like it's like this renewal. There's something that's not quite there yet to renew something, and it's just might mean that you need to do something new or different in order to make the shift, or for the next phase or the next step to to take place, or gather momentum, or or move into the next phase or something. And I feel like some of you have been trying to move into phase, and some of you kind of have, but it's like there's still this repetitive pattern, or this it's not quite the shift that you thought or you're hoping, or wondering that what's going to happen. But there is some sort of renewal or some sort of newel here that's coming. That's here. I'm going to turn it around, because there's there's, for some of you, you may see it as a rebirth, or others of you will see it as like it's more of a birth of something new, because you're bringing something new out of you in order to make some changes, shifts, or get some momentum going, or pace or speed or whatever, or maybe just slowing down a bit, whatever it is for you. But there's a shift and a change, and it feels like like it's nothing about like with no on it. It's more like new, almost not say some people it's going to be brand new, some of it, but it's going to in a way viewing things from another perspective, basically. Wow. So look at that, I didn't even notice it until just now. So there's the next word is perspective. So there's a new perspective on something that is happening around you, or someone, or even like with yourself. It may be, I'm hearing for some of you, a behavioral problem, or pattern that is recurring, reoccurring or recurring. So that you're looking at wanting to shift. So in order to for a lot of more productivity to be happening. So this could be like in your personal life and relationships, and building relationships with yourself or with others, whether it's family, friends, work people, colleagues, all that sort of thing. So I'm just going to take these ones here, because as we're going, okay, there, and there's something going on in here. I'm just going to take, it's interesting because it's like I want to do a different flow, and it's like I've always done it with a shuffle and they jumped out, and then something is happening where I'm just going to feel like I just want to take them off the top, or just spread them out, and do that. So there's a lot of change coming up for you, and I'm just going to go and take these. Oh, okay, those two. I only wanted to take one, and we'll take that one there. It wants to come out too. So there we go. So under the renewal, there's a 7 o'clock cup. So there's something about a turning point there, and in the way that you're looking at things. So like dreams and nightmares, nightmares. I was actually going to say fantasies, but with the 7 of cups. So there's something about looking at what hasn't been working and what has been working, and where it is that you really want to go, rather than where you don't want to go. The King of Pentacles is underneath this one here, and he's talking, for me, he's talking about there's some sort of success once you figure out what it is that you really want. So I feel like with this, I'm going to turn that back that way for now, for the sake of the reading at the moment. There's something about like it says, there's maybe some sort of resistance or something where you're not willing or wanting to look at something in order to create the change, or move ahead with something, or see through the facade, or what is of the dream, or setting goals so you're staying on track, or something like that. So but this King of Pentacles here is like, I feel like what they're talking about, it's going to take a little bit of hard work. And when I say hard work, it's maybe not necessarily hard work, but it could be for some of you, but in a physical manner. But I feel like it's like putting some time and energy into something that really needs a little bit more time than what you have been giving it yourself. And it's I feel like, some of you may be wanting to move into a new direction or a business, say, or a different career, but you may be not wanting to, like, say, do the study for it, or you may be not wanting to do that long a study, or whatever it is, or you may not be wanting to pay the money to do it, or you may not be wanting to put the effort into doing it, as much effort, and you're seeing it as too hard, basically. So, but unfortunately and fortunately, on saying that, there a certain amount of action does need to be taken in order for something to build and grow in some way. So, and when they're talking about, like, it's physically taking action, but I feel like once you do, this King of Pentacles is here, and he's saying, his energy is saying, success is there if you take the time and you make the effort to go into it. So he's all about family, not just the health, wealth and money and career and all that, but especially money. He's not all about that, but what the energy of Pentacles is really about is, there's a combination of things, is, health, wealth, and family, basically, and creating that stability and foundation. So this is where he's coming, then this is where they're talking about, there's something about having another look about, whatever it is that you're wanting to do that's going to be creating money for you, or a prosperity and abundance for you in all sorts of different ways. Now, I'm not going to take those right now. Perspective, it's like looking at things in a different perspective. I do feel like, with the Prince of Swords here, there's something that is moving quite quickly, but he's got his sword up, so I feel like he's ready to make a move, and he could move quite quickly. However, I feel like this is about not so much treading lightly, but being mindful about this whirlwind of energy that can come with the Prince of Swords, that you may need to, like, just watch your step or take note of what is happening around you, and being mindful about some of the decisions that you're making, because we have the Four of Pentacles here and the Empress, so that's come out together. So the Four of Pentacles, that can be something like something's working in the background, but I do feel this card here, the Four of Pentacles, can also say, talk about just being mindful about if there's, about who you trust, basically, with this card. There's something moving, and because it's like, it may be that this person here, and behind the desk, it's like you may not be fully trusting of someone in your, who is close to you, or in, and because he's a doctor, so it may be that if you're not trusting, like, someone even in that is like in a position where one would think that you would be able to trust, and I've forgotten the word, I've just lost it. Anyway, you'll probably get it. In some sort of oh my God, I've completely lost that word. In some sort of seniority, or I've completely forgotten it now. Anyway, position where and you maybe not quite trusting, so, of them or that situation that is pertaining to where it is and how you're going to move it. So what I'm hearing is, like, with this one, on this, at the same token, it is about something about you getting moving with this Prince of Swords for some of you, in the sense there may be a whirlwind of energy, but so just being mindful, about the steps that you take, that some of the decisions that you make, that they are fully yours and not influenced by others, and that you're making them in your own, of your own volition, and that, so without any influence or persuasion or something like that, or not, as in, or feeling guilty or whatever it is, but there's something about being in your own power, being in your own being, and knowing that whatever it is, where you're wanting to go and what you're wanting to do is of your own. The other thing is, like, you know, with the Four of Pentacles, that something is moving, even though, you know, there is some work being done in the background there. There are some people supporting you and helping you, but I do feel there may be a sense of, you know, a lack of trust, or just, you know, just being, or just wondering, you know, there's something in there. But, you know, whatever this, that could hinder your success with the or in abundance with the Empress here. So there is something there, what I'm hearing, because, you know, the Princess is, I mean, the Empress is all about, you know, she's successful, she's abundant, and she's like, she knows where she's doing and how to, you know, do that and recycle things, or in the sense, like she's got the template of, you know, success basically, and because she's in this card and all the others, there's abundance and success in the sense that she's like the template, she's done this before, she's harvested, you know, she's harvested and what she's grown, what she's put out there for, and she's like, you know, setting a new setting a new some new growth basically, you know, the seeds, you know, throwing the seeds out again for the next harvest. So, and she's very successful in what she does and how she does it. So I don't, yeah, anyway, hopefully you'll get the why they've actually said it that way. So the Four of Pentacles, yeah, there's something that's moving along there. So, and, you know, on saying that, there is something else that maybe not, you know, like that there's a sense of an air of caution there on saying that, and you just may not be feeling comfortable, and that's all right. So and somebody may offer you an idea or a thought, and you may be feeling uncomfortable about that, or somebody may be, you know, pushing something, you know, to you to sign something. But it's like, okay, we're just being mindful about where, you know, what is said, what is done, or something like, anything like that, before you move, you know, proceed is what I'm hearing. So with this productivity, it's like there is something about, you know, I feel like some of you are looking back in the past there where there may have been times where you have been let down, and this Four of Cups here and the Princess of Cups is in, you know, in reverse. But so what I'm hearing is like there is, in reading with this card, is with this Four of Cups there is like not crying over spilt milk. This is about, you know, looking at what you do have rather than what you don't have again. It's like, okay, there are four cups there. There are three at a, they're full, but there is one is taller than the other three. So it's kind of like, even though you've got three cups there, it's like there's four cups and there's one there that stands out, okay? So it's like looking for the, you know, looking, you know, oh God, what did I tell you? Is you're not crying over spilt milk, because it's like there's something that you're not quite seeing that is like, what are they calling it, that you, maybe for some of you, I'm hearing like, you know, you could be grateful for where you are, what you have, because when I look in the background there's a lot of, you know, abundance in the background and prosperity, because there's a lot of, you know, there's the hills at the background, they're all lush and green, and there's this beautiful white horse, which is what I'm feeling is like, reminds me of, is a unicorn. So there's magic happening, a castle in the background there. So it's like there is wealth there, or abundance and prosperity there, but it's just looking past what you feel like, even though there's this emotional stuff here, probably to do with, you know, obviously some sort of upset, is like looking for the gold in everything, and where there may not be, where you think there may not be gold, is like, you know, looking for staying positive, looking for the good in something, in a situation, because there's usually, you know, sometimes, you know, there's usually a reason for it. So maybe that there is something, because I'm hearing about moving on from something. So with this Princess of Cups here, like it's in reverse. So the Princess of Cups is like the Prince of Cups in, or not the Prince, the Page of Cups in other decks. So I want to turn that around in the right way, because it may be something that you are like, and because of that, there is something new that's coming. So it's like, see this, you may not see what actually there is good, a new opportunity, because this is like the Prince of Cups is like brings in something new, a new journey, a new opportunity, a new relationship or something like that. But if you're going to be in that sad, that sad, sorry, pitiful space, self-pity space, it's like, or that space where you are in the doldrums all the time and you're looking down, you're not going to see what's actually right there out in front of you, and out in front of you that is good, moving on. So, and then we have the Ten of Wands here and the Prince of Wands that's come out. So there's, once again, there's something there that, but these two up the right way. So the Ten of Wands, there's definitely something that's moving on and, releasing a burden that is probably not yours, but we can be sometimes in our humane state. It's like we've, oppressed ourselves and, for the sake of others, or for the sake of keeping, things okay with other people or other certain situations. But this Prince of Wands here is like, comes right after it, not straight after it, but it talks about action. So the Prince of Wands is like, has that entrepreneurial sort of energy and that momentum. So there's probably someone who is a younger male energy, like this older male energy. The King of Pentacles here brings in that wisdom and that knowledge, and that and those ideas, and a template is of success basically. But this is about, being mindful about how quickly you move and the people that are around you. But this Prince of Wands comes in, it's like he brings in this energy of, passion basically, and, gathering momentum, but also ideas and motivation and that side of things. But also can be quite overwhelming with his energy, like the Prince of Swords here, because of the speed in which he moves. But I do feel like there's something, even in the Prince of Swords, it can denote there's something not quite right around that is there. So just be mindful, how sometimes we can make a decision that is rushed, and we may or may not regret it. When we may or may not just say not going to feed you, planting a set. Sometimes we can make a decision that, oh gee, okay, they want to say may or may not regret, but it may, turn out really well. So, but I just feel like what they're trying to say here is just listening to your intuition, basically, with that one. And then like I said, we have the end of a cycle, or transitioning into the Prince of Wands, where that stuff is like, you've figured out what it is and you're releasing it. You're not going to allow yourself to be oppressed by it. And you're going to move forward with this Prince of Wands energy here, and not so much overwhelm you, because I feel like his energy can, like this Swords back again, I've just repeated myself, I just heard that, can move quite quickly. So it's really, but this is, I feel like it's about you standing up for yourself and saying something with whoever this young male energy is, or male energy is, because they could quite often be overwhelming in the sense that they in a rush to do things, but not in a rush, but they can be, they can move quite quickly and rush things, and others may feel rushed, and they can be, kind of domineering in a way, and want to take things over, and that's in a sense. So also here we have the Ten of Cups here, so there's something moving and coming into a really nice space where you're starting to see, able to have a good look out there now with this Two of Wands, so you can take action in a direction where you're wanting to take action towards. So, or you've sorted something out, so it's like you've decided where you're wanting to go, because you've got in touch with yourself, and it's, in the sense of your relationship with yourself on an emotional level, being quite content to now move forward. And here's the Eight of Wands here is like, I feel like there is a lot of energy that's going to be around you. So you know, even though this Prince of Swords is there, it's like there is the Two of Wands here, which is over that Prince of Swords, and it's like, yes, you're like looking out there as to how you're going to take your next steps and things like that, and who to trust and who to not trust, and do I trust myself? I think that is self-reflection on saying that. But it's time to now make a move, because you can't stand there. It's like, you know, I'm hearing like waste your energy on just keeping. There comes a time when you've got to make a move. So there, Eight of Wands is a now card. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is in reverse. So I'm going to turn that up the right way. But he's like moving towards, you know, the ideas in a way that he's come. But he's being mindful about where he's planting his feet, or where he's grounding himself and how he's grounding himself in here with this Two of Pentacles there. So, and about what that gift is. So he's understanding, or you maybe he's beginning to understand as to how you're going to handle the situation or situations. There's maybe a little bit of struggle and frustration with yourself and or others around you that may not quite like where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, but this is your life, not their life. So this is about you doing what you need to do. And I'm just going to take a couple of cards out of here. Whoopsie daisy. This one's just, it's stuck. I was going to take it off the top, but then I thought, no, I want to give it a bit of a shuffle. So this is about, oh gosh, okay. I am going to take these. So here we go, have the Chariot. So there's something, you know, something's moving. There's something that is growing. There is growth when something is coming together, and to create a new beginning, because there's the black and the white, there's the male and the masculine, that balance. But this is where they've created a baby there, so there's a new beginning there coming. But it's like you really moving into whatever it is, or toward whatever it is that you're wanting to do, and not necessarily letting other people get in the way of their perspectives, because it can be really quite frustrating. And see, now we have the Six of Wands, but in another deck. So you'll overcome that, and there's that sense of, you know, about doing what it is that you want to do. Not everybody is going to support you, but I feel like you're moving away from that frustration, and that with the Six here, and understanding that actually sometimes we need to do things on our own, in our own way, and it's going to be, but there's two of you there, so I feel like there is some sort of support there. I love that cap there, the Ngeru on that male energy sword shoulder. So there is some support there. So this might be what this whole full moon energy may have been about for you, is like this decision and this battle and this frustration. But I do feel like, you know, there is something now, like there is something where you're understanding what is going on, and you can now move, okay, or you can move. So this energy is, like I say, is like this read is going through till the end of the month. It may, you know, it may still resonate with you going into August, but just see where this goes. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you now, Libra. So with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. And that comes from, you know, my whole galactic team and guides, and, you know, that work with me, the spiritual, the Wairua energy that work with me, and of course you, because they're coming and they're bringing in these messages to you. And I hope you feel their energy helping you to like heal some situations that are going on, whatever it is, and in sending you that you're connecting in with your guides to help you understand and or figure out for you how you can move through, past, up, over, you know, under, whatever it is that is going on with you, okay, for the greater good of one and all, of course. Okay, bye for now. God bless.